What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hawkins.
Oh, yeah.
During this, when it comes on like this, and then it's like, oh, hello, welcome. We totally weren't just chirping electronics or technology in any way. To quote every single old man out there today, hot enough for you? How about that weather? All those things.
Local sports.
We just hit 27 degrees in the studio here. We have AC going, we have a fan going, we have a puppy that's moving and missing her spot as she gets ready for the Maggie Cam. This is the Tuesday edition of your show. Welcome to it. My name is Gary. I am your host. Hope you're having a great finish to your Tuesday workday. If you're watching this on replay, I hope you're having a lovely evening doing whatever it is you're doing and wherever you are, because you deserve that. As far as we know, we're still the only show going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, originating out of Saskatoon. And we are always so grateful and thankful to have you along for the ride. So much so that we have a camera to thank you with the world's cutest puppy. I know a lot of people say that, but this girl proves it each and every day on this live show with her 5-star, soon-to-be 6 gold medal award winning Maggie Cam. Look at that one today. Yeah, you think we're hot, eh? How about the old lady with 2 coats over there? Oh, we got the top-down camera going on her. Gosh, she's beautiful. The Maggie Cam, proudly presented to you by our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer, all right? Mike and Rochelle, they run the place. They have a beautiful puppy named Leroy. He greets you at the place. And Marge and I were there yesterday after hours because they are also open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. And I went in and said hello, got to talk to, I believe it was Kirsten, and we had a lovely conversation because she is so friendly, just like everybody there. We say it each and every time. Really, really good people doing really, really good business, and they are local. All the things you want to support, all the things we look for businesses that we want to help and work with, they are a perfect example of what that is. So we got Maggie some of her food, and we got her some of the turkey treats. And it is Tuesday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they got bones on sale. So you can head in there and get some nice discounts on the bone treats and some other things. They always have deals ready for you. Speaking of treats, all the treats are there. Every time I go back, there's more and there's different and there's local, which we all love to support. I can't stress this enough. As well, the Buckle Up collars and leashes. They are the Hansels of collars and leashes right now. So hot right now, all right? We got the amazing fantasy Marvel collar and matching leash for Marge that she loves showing off. But they got all the cartoons, all the movies, all the TV shows, anything you need that you really enjoy, you can get on your dog. They also have an entire row of fashion. Okay, we're talking jerseys, outfits, booties, whatever it is you need, they got you. And then the toys. A couple aisles full of toys, as well as a couple walls full of toys. And we're talking about the most durable ones out there, tiny all the way up to super giant and everything in between. They also have the puppy spa at the back, right in-house. Super affordable and second to none. You pop your pup in there, put the little harness on, soap, rinse, blow dry. It's all contained right in there. It's so cool. And they got fridges in the back full of all the raw foods. If you're looking to change your animal's diet to that raw food diet, they got you covered there. They have a whole wall on the side of the building full of the dry foods with all the different options your heart desires. It's all there. They got the crates, they got the beds, they got everything you need for not just your dog, but for your cats and all the other pets as well. And they'll order it for you if they don't, because they are that kind. I say it all the time, only because it's so important. Really good people running a local business. That's what we look to support, and that is who our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street are. So go by, say hello, and watch your life change for the better, all right? That is Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. There we go. All right, you guys, it is time to introduce the return Phenom, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the All Outta Angst podcast edition of your show.
Yes.
He is back.
Woo.
He is back.
Yeah.
So nice
back,
to have
baby.
you, my friend. And that's all. Give a big round of applause for our main man, Phenom, coming in today. We love you so much. We'll
Very
get you
good,
both to talk
very
real
good.
quick just to make sure our levels are nice, and then he can make his way out. Say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
go
hi,
ahead.
everyone.
There it is. That's good.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
How we sound? Are we sounding good? Perfect. Phenom, everyone. One more. We love you
Beautiful,
so much, buddy.
beautiful.
Good to go. I got her from here. Thank you. We'll give him an air horn, too. This is good. Your cord's hanging. I forgot to put the cord up.
Oh, I'm dangling.
Here?
Well, we can just run it in the runner.
Running the runner?
You know, I feel
this one.
I feel like, yeah, up that way. Yeah. Is it going to go, or is it the shorty?
She's too tight.
We'll leave it for
Oh,
today.
man.
We will leave it for today,
Minor.
as I can tell you.
Minor.
We don't care about that at all. I want to say this right now. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
We have
Man,
missed you.
Man, I feel like
You
a
know?
different person. It's been so
Well,
long.
lots of things have
Honestly,
changed in your
I
life.
am.
Yeah.
I am. But no, it's good to be back.
You've been greatly missed. And oh, there he goes. Look at him.
I got it.
See, this is why we love the manliest man.
Heck.
He's a man.
See, I was just like, it's
He'll
broken.
figure it out.
It's
He'll figure it
there's nothing we can do about it now.
He knows what's up. You and I both just gave up on
Yeah,
that so
like
quick.
even when you were mentioning it, I'm like, it's too late now. Like, man, it's a chord and it's out of place. That
Yeah,
seems like a
man.
lot of stuff that's going wrong.
Can't handle that.
No.
Yeah, it's too much. Way too
Jeez.
much. Oh, bro. Well done.
There
Look at
we
this
go.
guy. And he's
Back
gonna
in
twist it
action.
and pop it.
Show off.
Pop.
He's
Lock
so
him.
good at everything.
All right.
So where do you want to start today? You've been gone for a long time. You want to catch us up with everything, or what do you
may
want to
as
do?
Well, I don't know. Like we got the good, the bad, and the ugly, obviously.
Yes.
So I guess getting just out with it, like our baby Carl, our youngest cat. He came down with with cancer,
Yeah.
and obviously we had to make the tough decision, and he's not with us anymore, and that was just tough as far as like every little part of my day, where like getting up in the morning, he's my buddy, where I would make coffee and bring it up to Aaron, and I'd be like, come on, Carl, let's do some work. And then, at the end of the night, we'd turn off all the lights and be like, Carl, let's do some work. And just like, there's this little thing, like after I'd get out of my shower, I'd pick him up and his like kind of butt would hang, on my arm. And we had this song where it's like, who's a little butt? He's a little butt with his white little nose and cootie little toes. He's a little butt. And you're like, so like all those little things where like they're just in your life and then they're not and stuff. That was like, it was tough to kind of to get over it, and just like, well, again, it's not like you get over anything, but I think it's just life is different now. And and both Aaron and I are like super emotional, and we love hard, and we fall, like our friends and the people that we love, we love you forever. So it's that was tough, and that was a growing up kind of experience, and we're doing lots of things to honor his memory and stuff. But
It's important.
I'm feeling better now. But just for that first like few weeks there, I was just the grief was tough. Where like you're bawling like a baby and stuff, and when you're trying to explain to people you're good, and then all of a sudden you're crying. And but one like good way that kind of helped me is I wrote some lyrics to a song. I called it Demon Grief, and kind of just explaining Demon Grief Overcome is the name of the song or whatever. So it's
Very
not,
important
it's not
finish
it's not
of
a,
that
yeah,
name,
it's not
yeah.
a negative thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like getting through
The
it or
process
whatever.
of-
And,
yeah.
but
Yeah, man.
kind of just like outlining all these things that I felt I was feeling at the time, and it was like the best way to kind of process
Get
or
through it.
whatever. But yeah, so there's that, and then obviously I had the big Montreal show, and so that was kind of tough as far as like right when it was all going down. I didn't even want to like pick up my guitar. Like I was like, I don't.
That's
feel,
that's where I wanted to go with that. Is how did you power through that to be able to go and do something like that?
So the first little bit, like I just didn't even want to pick it up. I was like, I feel nothing. I don't want this, But I was like, obviously I need to because we've got this show.
Yeah. very
So
important.
we geared up, and we were gonna have one show, one jam in Regina before we went to Montreal, and then so the day before I'm gonna head to Regina at 3 a.m. I think it was 2 a.m. I checked my messages, and Troy's like, "Oh damn, We can't jam at our jam space because there's some event. We jam at the Cultural Exchange in Regina, and they were holding an event from 1 to 9, which is when we were going to be jamming. Of
course.
So it's like, oh, I guess we're going to raw dog the show and do it without jamming, which is what we did.
Have you done that before?
With Untimely, I think we sort of have. I've never did that with Into Eternity.
Okay.
So should I keep rolling with
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just, this is Matt's time to catch up.
So Friday is when I was flying out, and that was...
Hold on, flying?
Yeah, Montreal. Man, I'm not driving 33 hours each way or whatever.
I talked to a lot of bands, a lot of people in bands that come through here, and that's like just part of being in a band. So that right there is like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
you're saving yourself a week of driving.
Oh, yeah, ultimately, you can't book off a week for playing one show.
So I'm with you. I'm just like, like budgetary reasons, right?
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
Well, like, luckily this show was, it's like we were compensated to allow
That's awesome.
for that,
dude, this is a positive. I'm saying that's that's awesome.
Yeah, so the way out, I never like book, my specific seat. Like I'm cheap. I'm not spending.
Just talked about budget, man. Yeah, I'm the same way. So throw me in with the luggage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the way out, I got on the emergency row, so I had the extra foot room.
That's the best
I'm next
spot
to this
get.
bachelor dude who's like me, doesn't want to talk to anyone. So we just slept the whole way. I'm like, this is perfect. I just love this.
Did you thank him for the quiet when you got there?
We kind of did a subtle kind of nod.
Awesome.
Like we didn't even feel the need to to talk. Just kind of a subtle
You guys were on
nod,
the same level right off the bat. It's like,
yeah, we probably should have did a fist bump or something.
And you didn't have to put your emergency skills into action, fortunately.
Thank goodness.
Clearly,
that was awesome.
I've been in that as a big fella. I've been in that row a lot. And that's the most intimidating thing ever. When they give you the rundown, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to open this door. I might just freak out and jump or something. I don't know what'll happen.
You're responsible for 87 people's lives.
The responsibility that they bestow upon you is pretty heavy. You didn't care. It's all about that labor.
If I clam up, I clam up. I don't know.
Luckily, most people don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. And I got to the airport, and there's always talks of like, oh, there's gonna be 2-hour wait for cabs to get to your place. I was like 5 minutes. And I just went right to the venue, Le Ministère, which is
Le Ministère.
A cool venue because it was an old bank. It used to be a bank, so like outside there's these cool pillars and just all the architecture. Architecture there is so cool. It's on St. Laurent Street, so just super.
That's a famous street, isn't it?
Super long street, kind of like a big version of White Ave.
He's just like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think so,
big.
yeah.
A big white Ave sounds cool.
Yeah, so it's just awesome. And there was also like an EDM festival that was happening at the time. So
that's EDM, right?
Yeah, electronic dance music.
Yeah, man, EDM me
So
up.
yeah, that festival was much bigger than ours. I think that it was like up to like 200,000 people.
Oh, really?
In and out. So like that makes our little festival look like nothing. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So first thing we
like
did,
dancing.
as me and Tim went and I got a poutine and a beer.
That's what you do. Was this how many times has been in Montreal?
Probably 6 or 7.
Okay, so
I've been
like
there.
most of the shines, as far as like seeing all the landmarks and doing all the things, it's sort of okay.
I was only there for such a quick amount of time.
That's
It was
a good
kind of
point,
like,
too.
well, we'll get some good food in and play the show. So we went there, and people were like, Tim's like, man, I've had like 3 people compliment my shirt, and as we were walking there, someone's like, nice Testament shirt. So at that point, we started a competition where we're like, okay, who's getting the most, comp?
Yeah.
I just love a good reoccurring bid on these tour things and a competition.
Yeah.
So, went, had the poutine, checked out the bands the first night because it was a 3-night festival and it was sold out all 3 nights. So
amazing.
Just freaking great.
Yeah.
It's a smaller venue, I think the capacity is like 300 and some people, which is like
Intimate is what we like.
Yeah, but it's a first time doing it, and I'd rather have it where you've got sold out shows in a nice intimate venue than like some of these Alberta shows we did where you're in a hockey arena and you've got the same amount of people and it just feels stupid.
Yeah.
No offense to any.
No, of course
It's
not.
just it's nice to have a packed club, and it's a prog fest, so it's not just metal, like it's progressive music. So like the first night was geared more to like not so much metal, it more just like the prog element. So we had like there was a trio band, of all these like Berkeley like Berkeley musicians and they're like bass, keyboardists, and drums, and it was all electronic, and it was just really cool. And then there's bands with saxophones and jazz flutists.
Jazz flute, huge fan.
And the headliner of the Friday night was OK Good Night, and they were kind of like the way like Into and my bands write music. We have like verses and choruses, and like prog generally it just means there's like odd time signatures, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like stuff like that. But eventually, it's gonna get for our bands goes to a 4/4 time, so you can kind of bang your head. Where these guys, it was just like building energies and weird kind of like like kind of feels more than I would say like structure of verses and choruses. But they were fantastic and just
That's a good description.
Yeah,
of that,
it was really cool.
It's different, right? We love different.
Yeah.
We love different.
And then so the next night, and it was plus 40 there. So that's pretty sweet. So I walked around in the morning, got myself like an Americano, and went to this place where just like they had all this fresh like baguettes and croissants and stuff. So, yeah, so that was cool. And then we waited in line. Halfway through the day, Tim's partner wanted to go to this place called Schwartz's. It's like
Schwartz's Delicatessen.
Yeah, it's a famous.
Every single time I go to Costco with my dad, shout out to the greatest dad of all time, the bottom line, he's always saying, son, why don't you go see if we got a little brisket over there? And he always sends me over. And this last time we were there was no Schwartz brisket.
Oh.
Little upset. Throw that thing in the steamer. Ooh, get some mustard on that bread. Bomb.
But
The best.
It was fantastic.
That's a world-famous place for that.
Since 1927, I believe, is when it was.
And
like
do you know how they
established.
presented? Like, did you guys go in?
We waited the hour and a half in the hot sun to go in, and it was funny because like they like mash people in tables, like they want every person in there, and we were a table of 4. We probably should have split up into a table of 2, but we didn't. So it was like. They're like, any table of 2, and behind us, and that happened probably 20 times when we were like to the last one. It's like,
we could have just went boom.
Yeah.
After the 10th one, take the hint and like, we're two.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Ended up getting in there. We were like matched up with these guys from Ohio, and had the guy was just like a total character who was serving us. He's like, I've never tried the meat or whatever. And Tim's like, really? He's like, yeah, I'm a vegan. And he's like, really? He's like, no, you idiot, I'm not a vegan.
Where you are.
I work in a freaking meat place.
But yeah, that was great. And then that went to the show, and the green room, because it was a bank, they had it in the vault in the basement.
Cool.
But they just outdid themselves, where they had wraps and every kind of energy drink, nutrition bar, beer, water, blah blah
Keeping you
blah.
good.
And then just to top themselves, they had cupcakes with on top of them these like sugar things that had our band's logo lasered on. So you had like Into Eternity cupcakes and.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Played the show, and it was one of those things where we didn't rehearse, but it was just like in my, because the sound guy was so good, and we had. I had a few things like I always have to have a few things for me. So like they were supposed to have a pedal board that switches from my clean to distortion. And when we got there for sound check in the afternoon, it wasn't there, of course. So like that only showed up probably when we before we played. So like I had to, before we played, figure that out and do that
Do
sort
it
of
without
thing.
a sound check.
But the sound was so good. Like the guy that did sound for us has done sound for bands like Slayer, and no
so
big deal.
He's been around a little bit.
And the room, because it's made kind of more for like theater productions, and stuff. So like the sound, it's so like there's baffles everywhere, and it's just like so dead that it's probably the best sound I've ever played. So it's cool playing music where you can hear yourself. Like, it so rarely happens, and
love that.
The fans in Montreal, like. In Western Canada, people will like mosh and they'll raise their fists, or if you start the clap, they'll like clap for a bit and then it peters out like within a couple bars. Where like Montreal, they love singing along, they love clapping, they're so like
being a part of the performance.
They love being part of it. So it was cool seeing that, and just everyone singing along, and just all the cool classic things like after the show, you're like fist bumping everyone, and you're getting people want photos with you and autographs and stuff. So it's kind of like rock star, fantasy
sort of a big
camp,
deal,
package.
man.
fantasy camp.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll cap it off just to finish. So then I had to go to the airport at like 3:30 a.m. because I had a red eye. I just when I was going in, apparently I brought like a utility thing that had a knife on it. Didn't have a problem getting in. I didn't even know it was in my backpack. And on the way out, they're like, what's this? And there's like a little like nails, like a little knife like this. And I was like, just take it. I don't care.
I don't want that. Yeah.
I didn't know it was in there.
Yeah.
Got in, sat down, and it's like my eyes are red. I didn't sleep at all. I just went right there. And then I got a notification. Your flight from Toronto to Saskatoon is delayed. So I'm like, because it was going to be perfect where where I was just gonna have that like hour and a half time in between, and
Yep.
then I was gonna, be on my way
Be
home,
on,
and I'd be back
yeah.
in Saskatoon almost in the morning. So it's like, okay, this way home isn't lining
Not
up
that
good.
smooth.
When I finally got onto the like I did my Montreal to Toronto, then from Toronto to Saskatoon, I get in there. I'm 35C. Right next to me, there's a young family with a baby. I'm like, this isn't good. And the baby was currently crying when I sat down. I'm like, dang. And then I look in front of me. I'm like, there's a baby right in front of me. And then beside me, there's a baby. So I had the trifecta of
When it
babies.
rains, it pours,
and
bro.
the whole 3 hours, or 3.5 hours, the one beside me was crying, which would get one of the
The
tunes
other one.
Oh, yeah.
going. And then on top of that, the guy next to me, halfway through the flight, I hear this clip, clip, chip, chip sound. And I was like, no. He's cutting his nails next to me, and I was, and like how like you'll get rogue nails, and I like see them kind of like
control
flying,
those.
flying in my like range
How is
of
that
vision.
allowed on a flight?
I don't know, but I was like, if
That's
one of
not-
those hits me, I'm gonna freak out.
Aren't nail clippers like a weapon? Like,
Well,
can't you get
that
rid of
would-
those
That
freaking
would be
things?
longer than the little
That's
knife
what I
thing.
mean. And
don't know.
how, on what planet is anyone think that's okay to do?
I don't know, but
Like, that's a private thing between you and your nails, man. That's a bathroom activity.
I 100% agree, because there's no way you're containing them. That's
No.
the problem. If they were
Not even if you are, no.
It's
That's
just-
still, that's
in
disgusting,
general,
man.
Body grooming in public is kind of like, I don't know.
it's
Like what drives a person to be sitting there on a flight and be like, well, it's a good time to cut my nails? Like, what's going on in your head when to think that?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe the craziness that's settling in from all the babies crying. Maybe it's
But
like
yeah,
a
it
little
was
bit
crazy.
nuts.
I guess I could back up to like the actual playing of the show, because it was like plus 40, and then like it was a cool venue, but like the ventilation wasn't great, so it was kind of like the
Oh,
old
hot.
Amigo style,
Oh, yeah.
where you see it
Ceiling dripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had an encore, and we actually saved some songs for the encore this time, because we were like, it was kind of annoying the last few times we haven't saved anything.
Yeah.
But halfway through, Jim, our drummer, was having issues, and he's like, I'm starting to lock up. And then the very first song of the encore, I was playing, and I felt this leg starting to lock up.
Oh no.
And then this one started locking up.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
like, I feel like freaking Frankenstein. So I would like play some chords, and then I was like trying to hit it to like, unlock
Dude.
it or whatever. But yeah, those last two songs, by the skin of my teeth, like
What?
pulled it off. And yeah, it was crazy.
One leg getting bit by the Loch Ness monster is a lot, but both legs getting bit by that Loch Ness
That's
monster?
trouble.
That is not good, dude.
Oh yeah, and another little like thing that we had to fix on the fly, so that pedal to switch between clean and distortion. It's just got like a normal 1/4-inch jack, and as I'm running around doing all my hot dogging moves, at some point I had stepped on it. I'm playing the song, and I look down, and I'm like, that cord, that should be plugged.
Plugged in.
That should be plugged in there, and it was
Yeah.
like right like about a minute away from the point when I need to do a switch.
Oh no.
And luckily, I had a buddy that I've stayed at his place, in past times we've played in Montreal. Like, albeit he was pretty intoxicated at this point, but I kind of was playing, and I looked down, and then I look at him, and I was kind of like,
Yeah. I need you. I need you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was able to like,
He caught on right away?
Yeah,
Boom, boom?
Nice.
yeah, within enough time. He plugged it in, and when I switched to my part where I was going to my clean, I click it, and it switched, and we look at each other, we're like, oh yeah.
I was hoping that was gonna be a total Doc Brown in the clock tower, like right in the
Oh,
last
yeah,
second.
It
hitting
was
it, and then
pretty.
boom.
It was pretty close
That'd
to
have
that.
been so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh.
it was an awesome
You've
experience.
overcome so much, man.
And then luckily, like, because Air
Crazy.
Canada's doing
Yeah,
their strike.
the strike.
Because this was 1 week, later, that would have probably screwed
that
me
on
pretty
to
good,
it,
because I was
yeah.
Air Canada. So, but yeah, it was awesome, and it's just kind of nice where now I'm back, and I did a bunch of recording for Into yesterday, some solos, and then I did some recording today for Untimely. So I'm like feeling that
Yes, we're
the
getting back
fire,
into
the fire's
it.
coming back.
Reignited.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not only that, that sweet baby Carl's right there on your shoulder, guiding you through all that too.
Well, when
That's
I
the
was
beauty of
playing,
it.
because 2 days before he passed, I ran through the whole set with baby Carl. So I was kind of like, when I was playing, I was kind of thinking, about that or whatever. And there's the one Surrounded by Night where I start the song, and it's a clean, beautiful part. And I specifically remembered, playing that to Carl. So I start the song by myself, and I kind of just had my eyes closed, and I was looking up, and I was like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's cool.
That's
He
it,
wants
man.
me to. He wants me to live my best life.
Yeah.
As a guy who has Sweet Hen, one of the kitties that I fell in love with over the years, his ashes are right in the tree that we plant on the front lawn there. So that's my hen tree. So he's always with me. My buddy Johnny, he had to put down his sweet, beautiful cat, Ween, who'd been around forever. And he was really hurt. And I sent him a message saying he grew up with another cat that made like 19 named Mickey. So I let him know. I said, hey, dude, aren't we all so lucky to have had that time spent with Ween while he was here? And isn't it comforting to know that Mickey's taking care of him up there until you get up there and you get to be with all of them?
Yeah.
That's the carrot at the end of the stick.
Yeah, it is.
So it's going to come right back, and and he's always there with you. That's the thing, and that's what I keep telling myself.
He made me a better human by the way, our interactions with each other. And I was lucky to have 8 amazing years with our beautiful baby
For
Carl.
sure. And so that's all very special, very important. I'm going to lighten the mood by asking you again, how was the presentation on the Schwartz sandwich with that meat, the Montreal?
Oh yeah, you kind of glanced over that.
We ran right out of the store here, dude.
It's pretty impressive. Like Tim, because he generally has a pretty strict diet, but when he goes on these like vacations,
Let loose. I'm the same way.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So like
Travel
he
pounds.
went with the like smoked meat, poutine, and then the large platter. And the guy's like, you won't eat that. You won't eat that. He's like, don't do that. And Tim's like, yeah, that's what I want.
Don't you tell me how
And
to eat.
I just got a smoked meat sandwich or whatever. So basically, it's like rye bread and then like a huge pile of the meat.
Yeah.
And then there's like another.
If you want some mustard, if you want or something.
Yeah, there's
but-
a little bit of mustard, and then just another slice of bread. The platter, it's just a white plate piled up with smoked meat, nothing else, and then they bring you a small plate with like rye bread, like about a half a loaf of rye bread, and it's just
And just
that's
treat yourself.
It.
Yeah.
That's it.
See, and that's
Sweet.
like apparently like the hardcores, they don't even do the mustard. You just go meat, bread, boom.
And they had a couple, like, they had the sides. There was, like, pickles and, like, coleslaw and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but Tim, so he finished his poutine and his plate, and then those guys from Ohio, he's like, I don't think I'm going to be finished this. You want that? He had half of the Ohio
Holy
guys'
moly.
meat. Like, I already had the meat sweats, and I just had
Right,
the
yeah.
little sandwich. Like, I was impressed. And,
Yeah.
like, playing a show, I generally don't like eating that much. So I'm like,
Yeah, you don't want to be bloated.
I was taken by the best, Tim.
That's it. And just the sheer, like, the girth of the meat on those things.
It's
Like,
yeah.
when you bite it, is it just buttery and smooth and you just go right to, like, there's
buttery,
no tough?
smooth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of meat on those
because
things.
there's like that gristly.
That's what I'm
fatty part,
asking,
but
yeah.
again, it just like kind of melts
Right.
away.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
So
about.
tender.
Oh yeah, it was. I would say it was worth the wait.
I'm so happy for you. That's something. My dad will be so happy to hear that, too.
Oh yeah, and with the shirt competition though, at that point it was 3-3.
Oh,
So
here we go.
we're neck and neck, and he asked the Ohio guys, like, I feel like this is almost cheating, but I'm allowed. He's like, what do you think of this shirt? And the guy's like, that's a nice shirt. We're like, all right, I guess that's
I guess it
trying
counts.
to cheat the system a
yeah,
little bit.
I got on my when I was doing the kind of like fist bumps and high fives after the show. One of the guys like, "Oh, nice Ronnie James shirt." So I like almost got back, but I ended up losing 5-4. But
That's still so sweet.
Can't win them all,
no,
I
you
guess.
can't.
Well, like, dare I say, wearing a Slayer shirt would be considered a cheat code. Because everybody, and I've said this numerous times on this very show, anytime you wear a Slayer shirt, you're always getting people, effing Slayer, man, effing Slayer, everywhere you go. I was in Arizona in the lineup, walking past the bar for Arizona's hottest up-and-coming R&B artist, Mikey 360. And that whole lineup was R&B people, and one of the people there, effing Slayer, bro. I'm like, yeah, see, it transcends.
Yeah, I didn't.
So,
I
my-
wasn't packing a Slayer one.
My question is now, and we're going to jump into this before we get into some business stuff and then get back to the big finale of today's episode. What shirt would win in that battle against a Slayer shirt? What band shirt?
We were kind of thinking because like topical, like Ozzy has recently passed. Maybe an Ozzy Osbourne, if you had like a good Ozzy one, potentially could compete.
Yep.
Tim for the show, he picked like an obscure Montreal band,
There
like
you
a
go.
local band,
Yeah.
and he was like trying to play the like the local.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would
local
say
angle.
like the Ozzy Osbourne right now would be
Probably be the
probably
biggest,
a good
eh?
one.
Yeah, because it's like you got your Slayer, and then I think the other sort of biggest one would be like an obscure band that has a huge following, right? Like,
because-
those are usually the ones
yeah,
where
you
like
don't-
everyone acknowledges.
Yeah, you don't want it where it's one that's like, I don't know, like a Iron Maiden or
Yeah.
Right.
Metallica, because like, yeah, lots of people like them, but they're not like, oh, that's so cool. But if
Exactly.
it's just a little bit obscure,
You know, I'll tell you this: Universal Studios in L.A. I was walking around with this very Mastodon shirt on, and I had 3 different people come up to me and say, "Love your shirt, man." I had one person on the plane flying down there saying, "Love your shirt, man." So Mastodon might be one of those niche ones where it's like they're sort
but
of
they're big enough that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
like
that's
that.
something we could think about. That'd be a pretty fun show.
Even if I think a punk band too, because punk has that
Yeah.
niche following. So, you know,
Absolutely. No, there's a lot there. That might be down the road. This is the All Out of Angst edition of your show. Matt from All the Bands is back, baby. So happy to have you. We've missed you dearly. We got Uncle Mike over on the side, hanging out like we always do on Tuesdays here. Margaret's sweating it up over there, and I think she's getting hungry. And I'm getting hungry too because I just looked at this. Did you get any of this before? The 69 Wing Crew?
no, I feel like that was coming in right when all my stuff
Bro,
started happening.
I gotta tell you, this is a passport. You pick this up over at Bugs' either Market Mall or Lawson Heights location. When you open it up, there's 69 different flavors of wings for you to enjoy. And the whole point of this passport is to get us off that go-to list that we always have. Dill pickle, lemon pepper, buffalo, salt and pepper. You know, the classics that everyone offers. Sure, they got those. They also have 69 other options for you, and they get crazy. Electric lemon we had for the 13th melon. It's a wet lemon pepper. One of the greatest things I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, so it starts with lemon
That
pepper,
would
and
be
then
I'm
it's
definitely
got
a
all
sweet
that
and
stuff.
savory guy. So
Well, then you would love the cinnamon bun wing. The
Doug.
cinnamon, it's like a dessert
Cinnamon
wing.
bun?
Yeah,
What?
they got a creamy taco
makes
wing.
sense.
They have so many different ones. We also had the chipotle mango, which was a dry wing, but they had like the little bit of heat, but the mango, like, ugh. I don't know how the mad scientists in the back of Bugsy's figure out these flavor combinations, but I'm so grateful they have a passport that's guiding us towards trying them. Because the deal is, you get all 69 of these stamped off on your passport. You win the shirt. I did the 69 at Bugsy's. That's the ruckus cock right there, my friend. Look at him, shredding. Reminds me of you a lot.
Pretty sick shirt.
Yeah, man. So you win that, you become a part of that very exclusive club. Tuesdays and Thursdays are wing nights at Bugsy's. So you're talking over half off your order of wings. So you can go in there and just really run it down. And they have been listening to us here on this show. And on the 13th melon, by the way, they send us our Bugsy's Game Day Feast for every show we do during the green and white games. And this right here got us talking about cauliflower bites. Brooksy's always saying, I wish I could try these, but I'm vegetarian. I can't try these. So what shows up on the last episode of 13th melon last Saturday at 12:30? Cauliflower bites. The sweet chili dip. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
They're boneless chicken wings. That's what they are. And then they'll put those flavors on you, and off you go. So good. So vegetarians, it's also there for you now. Brooksy
Nice.
has been campaigning for it, and we have arrived. You can also order on Skip the Dishes and Uber Eats. Just go to Smitty's, order the plain wings. Then in the memo, write down which flavors you want to try off your passport, and they come right to your door. It's incredible. We celebrated my parents' anniversary. Gary and Wendy wanted Bugsy's wings to celebrate their anniversary, so we ordered a bunch off the passport list. They showed up, and we had a lovely, lovely feast. So that's a little bit about that. Win the shirt. Have a lot of fun. Live reads, you guys. That's what we are all about here as we continue on the Tuesday edition of your show. If you feel like you could benefit from something like this, if you feel like, you know what, I really like what they're talking about. I feel like my organization, my business, my charity, my event coming up could really use a plug, could really use a push, could really use a voice, a local, dare I say, hyper-local voice in our community. We're here for you. We really are. It's real easy. When's the last time you sang this?
I don't even know if I can.
I was going to say, you've had so much going on. Uncle Mike has been stepping up a little bit.
Yeah, that makes
Starting
sense.
to dial it in.
He's a
Starting to
handsome
dial it in.
vocalist.
So
So,
I'll probably come in a bit late, but we can
all
fix that
good.
in post-production.
Of course. We'll make sure
the
we get that in for the
auto-tune, yeah.
replay. Oh, man, it ended up like T-Pain out here. So we even made a very catchy little jingle for this email just to remind you what it is. Because anytime anyone asks, hey, what's the email again? I always have to say, just hold on a second, and I sing the song. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's what it is. So, without further ado, it's like a mat in the box. That's amazing. So I just think that's really
like Wilson from Home Improvement. Hey, neighbor.
Hey, Wilson, howdy-ho. Oh, that's great. All right, you guys ready?
Then do it.
Just send an email, and then we count in after this. Just send an email to 1, 2, 3, 4. Contact@dufferinav.com. There it is. That is the email. This is the theme song. Bro, man, there was some emotion in there. I felt that. Uncle Mike, look out. Oh, we got him.
Get out of here.
So much fun.
Go on, get.
I haven't seen a text from our good buddy, Royal Anders, yet. I'm a little worried. Normally he's here by now.
Yeah.
Haven't
Or
seen
at
him
least
yet.
letting us know if he's not coming.
Very weird. Hopefully he's coming. Anyways, he updated our website.
Nice.
Dufferinave.com. I got a couple more new shows. We had one debut on Friday and another one hopefully maybe next week. I got Recovery with Cal going, our sweet, beautiful Seahawk.
Nice.
Very excited for that. But you can check out the website, just like the email minus the contact and the @ sign. And this one I like to just sort of Brooklyn bowling spin it over. Look out, Uncle Mike. Ooh, that was a close call. And the Twitch stream, the Hansel of Twitch streams right now. It's so hot. All right, twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. That's where you find us. Uncle Brando and yours truly were just crushing Shining Force 3 earlier today. Yesterday we were on there with Phenom. He's doing Mario Galaxy. That's on Mondays. And Brooksy also stops by for those ones. And then this Friday we're getting back into Chrono Trigger, Phenom's first run through of that bad boy. We just finished up Final Fantasy VI. A lot of fun, a lot of retro gaming, a lot of really cool stuff. All the stuff we grew up with all over this Twitch stream. So, and as far as we know, I'm pretty sure we're the only ones doing Sega Saturn on Twitch. Nobody does the Saturn.
Nice.
So we got the Saturn set up, and that's what we're doing the Shining Force 3 Scenario 1 on. It's a lot of fun. So check it out, and if you're into Twitch, we're all over it, man. We'd love to have you join the party. It's just a really, really good time. And I go like that. So get out of here, man.
That's going to require a fix.
It never gets fixed. It's never getting patched. Hey, I can hit my Shining Force. That's the join the party theme from Shining Force 2. Done in my main man, Matt, from all the band's signature way of shredding up all these cute little jingles.
It's usually just third harmonies, but
no one knows what that means.
That's right.
I don't. I'm like, yeah, darn right. It's usually just third harmonies. That's what we like. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So dare I say we have been caught up. It is Tuesday. What is this, August 20th? August 19th.
19th, yeah.
Yeah, so my mom's birthday yesterday. Again, happy birthday to Wendy. As we had a lovely supper, birthday supper over at Taverna. It was a very nice. I got the oops spaghetti. Lovely. And
I made some meatballs yesterday.
well done. I could have used meatballs. I didn't meatball it. Should have meatballed it. But that's all right. I'll remember for next time. As well, my main man Big C had his birthday. So happy birthday again to everybody on that front. We didn't even have a pre-show meeting as I was running around trying to put out about 18 fires.
No, you were pretty calm.
This is why I love you and miss you so much, because you come in here and you see me in like, I don't want to say boss mode because I never consider myself a boss, but like sort of manager mode where I'm like, you have all these problems and you're trying to get through them. And all I want to do is just hug you and say hi, but I got LB on one phone. I'm over here plugging stuff in and I'm doing all this stuff. And I don't really get to, until I sit down here and finally catch up.
It's the same as when I'm playing a show or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, right before,
You're in your
you're trying to
zone.
get cables and this and that.
Yeah, we had the whole.
Look, I get it.
There's
Speaking
about
of
100
speaking of
feet
cables.
cables down there, yeah. We got 3 out of the 4 figured out, so that was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that.
That's a pass.
Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
We barely talked to you.
That's
How have
okay.
you
I'm
been?
still here.
What's
I'm
going
doing pretty
on
good.
in your world?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
How's the ranch?
Good. Yeah, spent a few days working out there this weekend.
Ooh, of
It
course.
felt like it's starting to feel, the weekend, I don't know, it seems like I'm getting more accomplished. I mean, not that I'm doing any more work or less work, but it just maybe you start a project and finish a project, or it's like, very noticeable. So it feels a little more, I don't know, rewarding, I guess. We were at the pouring some concrete at the rental, I guess, on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon was digging out rocks to do a little kind of landscapey thing at the front gate, not a front gate, but the front of the driveway with some mulch and some rocks and some flowers. And then, gardening, finished harvesting my garlic. I got
How'd
that
it do?
curing. Good. There's, vampires don't stand a chance
That's it.
because I got a friggin' garage full of garlic.
They got a wing called the Vampire Killer that we
Hey,
tried
there
2
you
weeks
go.
ago. It was freaking insane.
bet.
I like
good. You
love
like garlic? Yeah,
I love garlic.
Try
It
the
was-
Vampire Killer.
I
It's
mean,
on
I
the
was
fast
eating
forward.
I just eat cloves.
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
know, straight
Yeah.
straight from the whatever.
Of course.
But
Straight from the
no, it was good. And then kind of organizing garage, getting them some ceiling, hanging, shelving to get some bunch of stuff off the floor because I still need to seal the concrete. And on the tractor, mowing some lawn, a couple trees. That big storm had a bunch of trees fall over, so
we
to
go.
get the chainsaw going and hauling rocks and chainsawing and cutting grass and
Man, so manly.
finishing concrete and stuff. I don't know.
Well, this is, When was that storm? What night was that? You remember?
It was like I think a week or no.
Was that on Saturday?
Was that
No,
when
it was
I
a
was
few
playing the-
days
I think
prior.
It was when I was playing the show, wasn't
Like
it?
What day was
Tuesday,
that?
Tuesday
That was
maybe,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Whatever it was. We could
I
sit
don't
here
know.
all day and...
It was a
old,
doozy
I don't
though.
remember.
I was outside
Yeah.
and I saw the shit rolling in. And it's like there was two
It
kind
was
of
no, it was Tuesday. You know how I know it was Tuesday? We were recording Good Sports. New episode every Thursday here on the network with our good buddy Flats. And we were in here with Matthew Shirley. And in the middle of the interview, the computer shorted out because there was big lightning, thunder, and then we lost the computer. And then when I tried to bring it back, it wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
So we had to take a 2.5-hour delay until our head engineer, my sweet, beautiful LB, could come in and take a look at it. They got fixed up, and we did our first ever late night recording in here. And I think we ended up leaving the facility about 1 a.m. But we got the episode out the next day, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
And we love us some Good Sports. So it was on the Tuesday, and it also blew the breaker on my AC in the house and my fridge.
Oh yeah.
So it was a heavy
it was
one.
it was a whopper.
So I could see you losing a couple trees for sure.
Yeah, and it was, I kind of enjoy being out. I mean, I was outside anyway, and you
Kind
kind
of
of
enjoyed. Did
saw
you-
this rolling in. And it's like, oh baby, this is gonna hit.
Yeah.
And
It's your
then you
happy
just
place,
you
yeah.
kind of hear it in the trees first, where it's like, and then you start hearing trees fall over, and then the rain comes, and then the hail comes, and you're just like, take me now. No, not quite, but I do feel that sometimes. Like when you're in an intense moment, i.e. a storm, and you kind of I get the butterflies where it's like, holy shit, this could be it,
This is gonna
boys.
be serious,
This could
yeah.
be the end.
And I don't know
you
if it's just me, but maybe it seems like it would hit harder when you're out of the city, where the city you kind of feel a false sense of security
Right.
when it's
Well,
you're
I can tell you it's not a false sense. It is a sense of security. It's very real. As a guy who lived out in Shields for whatever it was, 5 years, the wind alone out there is so insane. There was never a calm day where we were living, but if you go into the town more and down lower towards the water, no wind or anything. And that wind brings all the other stuff. So you're always going to pound shingles. There's probably still shingles missing there. Shingles blew off our roof to neighbors 20 blocks down. It's just chaos. And with snowstorms too, all the snow builds up. We'd have 5-6 feet of snow that we would have to try to, and we'd be up at 4 a.m. trying to make a way so we could get the vehicles out of the garage.
need a skid steer
It was
for that.
insanity.
Yeah.
The weather is so much more unpredictable out there and so much more intense than anything I've witnessed here since I moved back.
Yeah.
So that it's not a fault.
that's
It
why I'm
is
a
your
city
sense.
boy.
That's it. Me too.
Yeah.
We're soft.
But it's I don't know, just to witness nature and all its glory, and then it's okay, now I'm soaking wet, now I'm kind of getting uncomfortable. It's I'm gonna go inside, but then and then it kind of lets up, and then the kids want to go out, which I think is rad because it's they put on all their rain gear, mud gear, whatever,
It's a
and
lot
they're
better than playing on the screens.
playing in the mud and doing war paint, mud.
yeah.
I'm
There we
it's
go.
and
Now we're
I,
cooking.
I sit inside
Raising
the
them
house and I
right.
take pictures or
Raising
video
them
without
right.
them knowing. It's
Yeah.
because they're
Proud dad moment.
brother and sister. They sometimes don't always get along, but it's those little moments where they're like, hey,
That's
cool,
why you
they
do it.
both
And those are the fun moments, and I think those are the ones that stick when you're 60 or 70 years old. You remember
Core memories,
you'll remember being with your brother or sister, doing war paint and hanging out
Yeah.
and watching storms, and that's probably why you like watching storms when you're older, because
Right.
again, it has that nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And Teenage Bottle Rocket was in town last week at
Did
the
you
Black
make it?
Cat. I did.
My
I
man, how'd they do?
did. Yeah, it was great. They're always they're
always,
fun.
They always come around here too, hey?
They actually list it off all the time, and I've seen them 3 times
Yeah.
here, I guess.
I feel like I've been informed that they're coming here numerous times.
But they're fun. I mean, the No-Go's opened up for them.
Yep.
So that was
Shout
they're
out.
fun. They played a good set, and but like it was early. Like I think Teenage Bottle Rocket was like done playing by shortly after 11.
That's
11:15
great.
probably.
And you said Black Cat?
Black Cat, yeah. So I was kind of expecting like a midnight finish, but they were very prompt, and the changeovers were super fast. And
All the venues do that now? Because I remember like Louis, like Lagwag, when they were done at 11, because you had to be. Like, is that like a hard rule now?
It's not, but I like that trend. And actually, Untimely's going to be doing an October 5th show, all ages at the Green Room or whatever. Because we got some buddies. When we did that Striker tour, the opening band Tower Hill, they're coming through with another cool band, Hazard, who's like a thrash band, and they got like a drummer singer. They're super cool. So like normally we wouldn't do. It's a Sunday show, and it's like we wouldn't normally do that, but these bands are so cool and we like them. We're like let's do it. But we're like the only way we want to do it is if it's gonna be an early show. So it's gonna be at the Green Room, and it's gonna start at like 6:30 or something. So it's like we're gonna do one of those early shows, and I want that to be a trend that continues because I love the
As
idea
a musician,
of shows
yes,
ending earlier.
for sure.
I don't,
Especially as you get older.
It doesn't help anybody other than maybe the bars. But my thought process is like, can't you just sell the beer earlier? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still selling the same amount. Like,
well, and if it's like Black Cat was sold out for that show, right? So it's like you're not getting people coming because it's sold out. You're at capacity. Yeah. So maybe that has some effect. I don't know. I mean, also too, these bands are touring, so it's like, they got to drive to Edmonton or Winnipeg or whatever the next day. So it's like they probably don't want to be up till 2 and then be hitting the road by 10 or 9 or whatever.
The thing is, if you finish, say you're done at 1:30, and then by the time you've packed up your gear, it's like 2 or 3. Then you make it to the place you're staying, and then you always have to have the obligatory drink with whoever you're staying with. So you're not getting to bed till 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it's like that's fine when you're 19.
Yeah.
When you're 42 like me, it's
that's
not
the
fine.
difference as we get older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So. But I mean, there's like DOA is coming, Comeback Kid is coming, Diesel Boy is coming.
Diesel Boy.
Yeah.
I want to see Diesel Boy.
I know there was a few that it's like okay.
I've been playing cock rock lately.
Man, are you freaking kidding me? When's
Diesel
Diesel
Boy.
Boy?
We have to go to that.
Yeah, no, it's like that's like a leg wagon for me. Diesel Boy's on a list, boys.
Yeah,
like, that's on
Mad
one of my
Caddies
lists
as well. Again,
Nice.
I guess. Diesel Boy. I think that's September. I don't know. I want to say like 12th or 23rd or sometime in September.
Hopefully it's not 17th. I'm in Winnipeg then. Nope, that's October. Never mind.
I can confirm. But we're kind of in that zone of shows
coming back.
Where it's like usually the spring you get a smattering, and then the fall. And I remember one year I think I went to 5 shows in 3 weeks, and it was like, it was the Queers, it was Caddies, it was Lagway, it was like some good bands that I really enjoy. And,
we're locking in Diesel Boy.
Yes.
Venus Envy, one of my favorite albums of all time. Like there's so many songs that this band has performed that just. Oh, and the cock rock, like you said, so freaking good.
His voice is just phenomenal.
Yeah, like
and
I'm getting so excited.
It's one of those bands that you kind of like. And I was thinking about this with Kid Dynamite a little while because I found a Kid Dynamite T-shirt kind of thing, and I was like, that's sweet. And it's like kind of these like fringe bands for me. Maybe at one time I was really into them, and then they kind of like. You don't necessarily forget about them, but they're not in your daily repertoire. And then it's like, oh my God, why did I ever stop listening? And it's not that I stopped listening to them; it's that I lost the CD or I misplaced the thing or whatever.
For me, it was just like I knew Diesel Boy from all the compilation songs.
That's just that's the connection.
But
man.
I didn't have the album,
Yeah.
so then like when I've been since we did All Out of Angst, I've been listening to all these bands like 88 Fingers Lou, Diesel Boy, and going through their actual catalog, and I'm like, oh man. Why did I not listen to this my whole life? Oh yeah, because you had to buy the CDs, and they weren't there, in the stores. But.
Like I'll tell you, this album, like Venus Envy, it was one of my go-to-bed albums. Like growing up, like I put it on, and I didn't have headphones. Like I put it on my ghetto blaster in the CD player, right beside my bed. See, she's a huge fan too, and it would just pound me. And it's got a secret song at the end. You guys remember the secret song in
Always.
this?
And when you're to go to sleep, you're just starting to dip into that.
Not only that, this one, the secret song comes from a song called Rubbing the Elf. And Rubbing the Elf is about a girl who loves to take care of herself. And the story goes that they recorded it while at a shoot of, adult performers. And they have like the whole thing. And like the secret song is just this girl for like a minute and a half at the end doing her thing. And so I have this pumping on my ghetto blaster that my parents can very clearly hear upstairs at our house on Dufferin.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it because usually I'm asleep by then. But a couple times, like, what are you doing in there? Like, what do you mean? I'm listening to Diesel Boy. It sounds like there's a lot more going on.
Sounds like you have an addiction to adult cinema.
Yes. Just audioly, and when it's one of my favorite bands. I'm so excited, you guys. Oh, like a Punk Rock 101.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be.
That is one of the best songs.
Yeah. I'm, okay, I need to calm down because I got way too excited for Diesel Boy.
I have one update with the neighbors. You know how.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
so
let's
we've
finish
got
this off.
Neighbors that peel in.
Yep.
And then we have.
I got it on. I forgot. Sorry.
The older lady across the street, Olga, and then there's the kids, the family where the kid like golfs and skateboards, and I see myself and him.
Yeah.
But we had the one right next to us. They were kind of just
Not
kept to
interacting
themselves,
anyway.
didn't really seem like they were into it. 2 days ago, I was doing some queuing out back, or I mowed the lawn and then I was doing some queuing.
Perfect dad day. Love that.
And he comes over, kind of like like the classic Wilson from Home Improvement. He's like, "Hey, do you like apples?" I'm like, "Oh man, what like we got we're like we got a Goodwill Hunting here."
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was like, yeah, and he's like, my wife made some apple butter or whatever, and then he's like,
okay.
we've been meaning to say hi, and we kind of it had taken so long that we kind of felt like we missed our chance or whatever, and but yeah, ended up broing down and just like real nice characters, and so it's all come, now we know all the neighbors, and it was good, and it was kind of nice. It's
come full circle.
But yeah, so now we know all the neighbors.
And isn't that the best when you're like, not that you were avoiding it, but it like, okay, now it's been a little while, like I'm sure you were both are thinking like, oh geez, is it something I did? Or maybe I don't want to.
I thought they didn't want
to.
So
it is what it is, I'm not going to let it lose sleep over. And then it's like, oh yeah, they made us apple butter, whatever. It's like, oh sweet.
Like, and just like, what
awesome.
Do you like apples? I'm like, just like, what the
Just waiting for him to go applesauce.
How do you like them apples?
Them apples.
As a guy who is that neighbor who fears leaving the house, fears communicating with the neighbors here, I totally get where he's coming from, and props to him. Congratulations for overcoming those fears. If it was a fear, or if there's a million reasons.
Yep.
Like it's the same thing. Like Don's the best. Everyone here has met Don numerous times. He's always out there working in his garden and stuff.
Don.
And he's freaking amazing. We love him very much. My other neighbor, Darcy, on the other side, the Van Morrison cover band.
Oh, really?
So cool. Yeah, very cool. But I barely ever see him because I'm either in here or I'm in there. Well, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's like you hope that they don't think that. It's like, oh, what, you don't want to talk to us, or there's a problem? It's like, no, it's just sometimes the battle in here overcomes the ability to get out there. So it's nice to hear people overcoming these things.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it felt really good.
Has there been any updates on the other neighbors? What about the super fast Parkers?
They're great. Yeah, Zoe and James, they still peel in. And
I love the peel in, peel out. Yeah.
Olga across the street, she lost her big tree, and this wasn't even during a storm. It just like a big branch
old
fell,
tree came
so
down.
Had a bunch of neighbors got together and brought the chainsaw out and got rid of it. So I would
great
say
community you're in, man.
I'd say that's
a
about
good community.
The biggest update.
Yeah.
Have any of them found out that you are a shredder in numerous bands?
No, I generally introduce myself as
Well,
Matt, the landfill guy.
I know you wouldn't introduce yourself. I mean, like, have they ever come up to you and said, "Hey, like, you play in these bands or anything music-wise to you?" Like when, like discovering you, like Matt from all the bands out in the wild. Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Yeah.
I only ask because I feel like it will blow their minds once they understand what you can do.
Because I know at the old apartment, our neighbors.
I almost broke it out. I want it. I'm going to the second you're done. Continue, and then I'll just yell it out. Go ahead.
But yeah, when Raven Witch was played on one of the Rock 102 things or whatever, they're like, "Oh, we heard your song. That's so cool." Blah blah, and they just love it or whatever. But I like when people organically do it. I I never like being like, hey, I'm a guitar player.
Well,
You look like you'd be into music. Have you ever heard of heavy metal?
We're all like that.
Do we have
don't like the
30
spotlight on me.
seconds for me to do a quick obligatory?
Hold on before you do that. Broke into the old apartment.
There it is.
This is where we used to live.
Stephen Page radio.
Sorry, I freaking love that song. Go ahead, sir.
So at the show, it's plus 40, blah, blah, blah.
So hot.
And no, I don't want to single anyone out in the band, but people were complaining of one person not smelling great or whatever.
no.
But and either way, they're like, oh, I put on deodorant. And I'm like, well, I've got my Uncle Mike's all-natural deodorant, and I put it on in the morning, waited for the smoked meat lineup in plus 40, played the show where you got,
Ate the smoked meat.
ate the smoked meat, and then you got sweat dripping up. I was fine. So, like,
Amazing.
again, just, it's a great product, and
Thank
I
you.
always want to, like, give those testimonials.
Thank you.
I hope you used the damn 20 promo code at unclemikesnatural.com.
No, I think Aaron just picks them up. And
The damn 20 promo code still going. Head to the website, get hooked up. 20% off. Supporting local businesses. Everything that you want is right there. Sorry, I got passionate about this stuff because
I
I
love
see
it.
how hard this man works as a business guy and as a fellow business guy now who hates every single second of business. I say it every single time. Up here, this is the best part of my day. When I'm up here, I'm in my element. It's easy. I can conversate. I have fun. I love everything. This is fantastic. The second the mics and the cameras turn off, it's back to invoices, figuring out why cameras don't work, why mics aren't working, plugins that just a day ago plugged in perfectly and everything worked. All of a sudden, no one touched it, nothing happened, but now that plugin doesn't work. Little
welcome
things.
to my life.
Exactly. And the business, I call that real business. And I spent my entire life never working hard. And I've worked more in this last year and a half, or almost a year and a half here, than my entire 25-year career in radio. Like I have. That's just a fact. And that's insane to me. But at the same time, finally realizing what real work is, it's like, oh, work.
Right.
I compare it to the biker scene from Super Troopers, where the guy's sitting in his, the second time I brought this up in like 2 weeks, but he's sitting in his like mountain biking gear, like all the spandex stuff, and the girl walks in with all the leathers and like the glasses and stuff, like a motorbiker.
Right.
And then he looks at her and goes, oh, biker, yeah. Because they had two different ideas of what a biker was. And yeah, just all the learning, man, it's crazy. So we need to support local business, like our friends at Pep Planet on A Street, like our friends at Uncle
And
Mike's,
I
like these people doing great things.
We've switched over to now we've got the pump soap at our house.
I got the pump soap going and I got the hand soap going. I'm out of the pump soap, but I use the hand.
Not for long, my
Oh
friend.
my man! I use the little hand holder that holds the hand soap, but it's
Oh, yeah.
going so far into the soap now that I'm getting like all the black. So I got the black soap going,
Oh,
so
yeah.
my whole sink's like black from the soap stuff. So we gotta assess the situation. In there. Sorry, I
Yeah,
interrupted.
but I just
we'll fix
love, like, I've always, with something like a product where you always need it, rather than giving my money to some schmo or
That's it.
some company, I get a buzz not only from the good product, but the fact that the money is going to someone that I care about.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
someone
all,
who deserves it, who's
oh.
doing all the work.
And the product's just
Yeah.
so damn good.
Yeah, if you're gonna give it to a schmo, give it to this
It's
schmo.
a great schmo, the best schmo. And with that, fellas, the piano has begun. I don't want to say I expect a lot from this guy because it's been a while.
It's been long overdue.
Yeah, but we're just gonna let him eat. Let the big dog eat. Don't be easy on your neck, all right? You just came back.
That's right.
Looks great though. I love you. I love when you windmill that beautiful hair. What a day. Now thank you to, first and foremost, Phenom, making it in to make sure we got the show on the air today as another solo show. As everyone's on vacation, LB, who was helping us whilst on vacation. Thank you for answering the phone call and helping talk us through some stuff to make sure we got this show on the air today. It is always so greatly appreciated. To Caroline and Greg and Ryan Bamford, another run through with the Bamford & Co. podcast, Beyond the Keys. So nice to see them. Look for the new ones coming out soon. And we're going to get the back ones that we haven't gotten onto the network yet, onto our network as well, so we can show them off to you. Because you deserve that, and you know that. To Royal Anders, saw you walking. Great to see you. You had us all worried. I'm so happy you're here. Uncle Mike, always and forever, you are my everything. I love you. Remember, damn 20 promo code, all right? That's what I'm talking about. Use that at unclemikesnatural.com. And to my sweet, beautiful Matt from all the bands, thank you for making it back in. Thank you for getting back in the groove. And to you and your lovely wife and everybody, thank you for being amazing. And just always know that sweet baby Carl is always around you and is always around here too. He's a part of all of us. So it's a very good time to sit back and realize all the stuff you appreciate, because that's what's important. So thank you to everyone. We love you. I'll be back tomorrow for the All the Way Around edition, All the Way Around the World edition of your show. We'll check in with Coach number 1 in beautiful Australia, as well Coach number 2. No Kingslayer tomorrow, but we will have Mr. Baseball, the great Simon Hyatt, so that will be fantastic. Until then, please remember, we just talked about all this stuff, the importance of being a good person, man. Bring back all those golden rules. Treat others how you want to be treated. All we got to do, we live in a world now where everyone's so insane and they all think the whole world evolves around themselves, and it doesn't. And the second we realize that and start helping each other, that's when we'll get back into it. That's why we always say, remember, karma is very, very real. Keep doing those good things and they'll happen to you, all right? I promise you. Have a great, fantastic rest of your Tuesday!